Grand Rising wealth builders. For decades, the traditional real estate market has operated on a secret playbook, a playbook designed to keep you renting your lifestyle away, overpaying for cramped city lots, and drowning in skyrocketing property taxes. The system is rigged. But starting today, we're flipping the script. Welcome to Real Estate Unrigged, the podcast where we tear down the velvet rope and give you the ultimate cheat codes to building, securing, and preserving generational wealth. Grab your notebook, hit that subscribe button, and turn up the volume. Let's talk real estate. And so, for those who don't know me, never seen me before, never sat in my company, let me properly introduce myself. I am Tamara Singleton, but my wealth builders call me TSing. I'm associate broker at eXp Realty, and I'm proudly known as the Queen of the Southside right here in San Antonio, Texas. I didn't start this channel just to sell houses. I started this channel to build legacies. Let's talk about what's happening right now in the Texas market right off the bat. So we know that everyone is moving to Texas. We know that Texas is just like booming, like boomtown Texas, right? Everyone is moving to Texas. Texas leads the nation in numeric population gains, adding nearly 392,000 plus residents in just 2025. So this equates to an average of roughly 1,000 plus residents per day moving or bringing their loved ones here with them, or actually just being born in this state. Like the overall population growth was 1.2% from 2024 to 2025, with a net domestic migration. They brought when we talk about the net domestic migration into the state of Texas, we're talking upwards 67,000 plus people from other states just in 2025. Okay, so now let's talk about international, right? International migration into the state of Texas. Texas has several international airports, international hubs. So quite naturally, you're going to have that migration to figure in. Upwards of 167,000 newcomers came into the state of Texas from abroad, international, in 2025. So with corporations like Tesla and Amazon and the like coming in, employers and employees, well, they need to live somewhere. So specifically here in San Antonio, the ultimate, ideal place to live in the greater San Antonio area, they would say, would be on the outskirts. Why? I'll get to that in just a minute. But the unemployment rate for San Antonio, when you're counting the 8 surrounding counties surrounding San Antonio, we're talking about that outskirts, right? Just the unemployment rate is lower than the national average. It's lower than the national average, 4.1% as of May 2026. So that's lower than the national average. Suppliers, vendors, independent contractors all need housing, which is driving the housing prices way up in the city centers. So when supply is low and demand is high, the price is what? High. When the cost of housing is high, so goes the cost of insurance and property taxes. Whether you're the tenant, homeowner, or landlord, it doesn't matter. somebody has to pay the property taxes. And we all know that to be true. So the sooner we understand what the trap is, and we're talking about the city trap, the sooner we understand the city trap, let's say for instance, you purchase a house at $165,000. And then so at today's average interest rate at 6.1%, your principal and interest, we're talking P&I, financed over 30 years, will equal a mortgage payment of approximately $1,005 a month. But when we add we need to add the taxes and insurance. So when we add the TI, right, taxes and insurance, for your escrow account to be paid by the mortgage company on your behalf when your homeowner's insurance premium come due or renew, and when your annual property taxes come due, they're to be paid by the mortgage company. So it's held in escrow for you on your behalf. So here's where we build together, well builders. Grab your pen, grab your pad, because I told you I'm going to give you some cheat codes, right? Because the real estate market can be unrigged. And that's what I'm here to do right here on the Real Estate Unrigged podcast, right? Where I give you the cheat codes for real estate. Everybody got their pen ready? Everybody ready? All right, so here we go. When you go out and you shop for your next home or your next investment, be sure to ask your real estate agent about your taxes in the area in which you're looking to buy. Your agent should know this information that I'm about to reveal, and they should be able to figure this out. But you're gonna be able to give them that test to see if they know their stuff. So this is the first cheat code that I'm giving you. Welcome to Real Estate Unrigged. I'm TSing. Right? So the property tax cheat code, simply multiply by 2.2% so far for this year in Bexar County. This is for Bexar County. This is for Bexar County. Okay? So again, to quickly estimate your annual property taxes on a house that you're thinking of purchasing, the investment you're planning on making, you must know what your property taxes are. So you multiply the home's target purchase price by 2.2%. Not the appraised value, not Bexar County Appraisal District's value, but the purchase price. Okay? So let's say for instance, let's get our handy dandy calculator, right? So let's say for instance, we're looking at a house that's on the market for $165,000, right? So we plug that in, and then so now we're trying to figure our property tax using our handy dandy cheat code, multiplying by 2.2%, right? $165,000 multiplied by 2.2%. That gives us a total of $3,630, but that's an annual number. That's for the year. So now we need to divide that by 12 so that we'll know how much we need to invest, hold in escrow for the entire tax year per month. So we divide that by 12, and that's going to hit us at $302.50. So we're going to hold that number because now we know what the taxes is. That's the T and the PITI. We got the taxes now. Let's round it up, $303. So now here's your second cheat code, well builders. Second cheat code is how do you estimate your homeowner's insurance? What's the magic number that you use? So the magic number that I would use for the state of Texas will be anywhere between 1% to 1.2% of the sales price, of the purchase price. So again, we're going to go $165,000 on our handy dandy calculator, right? $165,000 times, we're going to go worst case scenario. Always do worst case scenario, so there's no surprises. You've already saved up enough money. So $165,000 times 1.2%, that equals approximately $1,980,000. $1,980 per year. We're going to divide that by 12, and that's going to give us $165 per month. In real time, we're doing this. In real time, we're figuring our PITI on a purchase price of $165,000. So now we have the I in our PITI, $165,000. Property insurance for approximately 1 year divided by 12. We're investing $165 a month, added to the $303 for property taxes. Correct. And then we're going to add our mortgage, which was $1,005. So that gives us a total of $1,473 per month as an estimated monthly mortgage note on $165,000. So now I know your next question is, where in Bexar County can we find a house for $165,000? Well, okay. Well, builders, here's another cheat code alert. You can find, okay, I'm about to show you where you can live comfortably in a brand new home within your budget, within that $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 a month budget. Let's go to the Southside San Antonio, Bexar County. South Bexar County has a location where you could purchase a home, live comfortably in that home, and pay no city taxes. South Bexar County, where the grass is greener and the smiles are brighter. Could it all have been so simple then? Oh, okay. I know I can't sing. All right. I know I can't sing, and I'm sorry. I veered off, but I was just thinking about the serene country atmosphere out there at the Oaks at Waterwood. And this new subdivision is located in what we called Elmendorf. That's South Bexar County. For those of us who've never even heard of it, South Bexar County, Elmendorf, yes. Oaks at Waterwood, featuring half-acre lots, just perfect for your site-built home or your affordable modular manufactured home. Cheat code. Oh, yes. This is the Southside Solution to your overtaxing city taxing problem. The Southside Solution. Just minutes from San Antonio, just off of I-37 South. Affordable country living. Absolutely no city taxes. Buy an acre, 2 lots. Give you 1 acre. Pay with cash or owner finance. Only available on select lots at the Oaks at Waterwood. Then you purchase your home from Homes to Go Sale Center. All right. So here's another cheat code, cheat code, cheat code. And this is an exclusive tip just for you because you're listening today and the other people who will listen later. Only this weekend, in commemoration of the United States of America's independence, Homes to Go is helping to celebrate the 250 years of independence with America by offering buyers an opportunity to purchase an inventory home from Homes to Go or a listed homes from Homes to Go, 2.50% towards your closing costs. This is huge. Take it from me, TSing Well Builder. The buyer can take advantage of this great deal during the 4th of July weekend. Homes to Go is offering 2.50% towards buyers' closing costs. This is huge. This is huge for buyers and buyers' agents to help celebrate America's 250-year anniversary. Happy anniversary, America. So, back to the show. So, the Southside Solution was introduced, and just, going outside of the city limits is the best solution, I would say, for those who want to escape the rising cost of property taxes. So that's one way to eliminate that $303 bill off of your mortgage. You know, you go from 1475, I think we said, back down to what, $1,100 a month. I think you could do that, right? On 165,000. I mean, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so let's go here. Let's say that you want to um, take advantage of something like that. This is where you understand that you're now building generational wealth. This is what we call generational wealth building, where you own the dirt and you own the asset, which is the home. That's how you start to build generational wealth. That brings me to the core mission of this podcast. And I want to say again, thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, I'm TSing Wealth Builder. This is Generational Podcast, Generational Wealth Building, Real Estate Unrigged podcast, I should say. I'm going to get that right. Since this is our first show, this is the premiere, I wanted to welcome everyone in. We're just trying to get familiar with one another, just trying to get familiar with what you can expect from me as your podcast host. And so, like I was saying, getting to know what this podcast is all about. We do more than just sell real estate. As you just witnessed, I went through all of that, gave you about 3-4 cheat codes. And so we're trying to bridge the gap between the real estate professionals and the public, the customers, the consumers, the people who are utilizing our services in the real estate industry. So what does that all mean to you? It means that I have two fierce commitments to the why I'm doing this. The first is to educate the youth in financial literacy. And that's through real estate, right? Whether it be our youth at the schools where I volunteer, or whether that be with the young first-time home buyers who are trying to understand the whole real estate process, or whether that be coaching other real estate agents on how to interact with the public, sellers, buyers, investors alike. And so here, everyone gets a chance to be educated. So this is a podcast not just for buyers, not just for sellers, not just for investors, not just for real estate agents, but every person who has a a hand in the real estate transaction may be able to gain something from my 25 plus years in the real estate industry. I didn't say that right. Oh, sorry, I just said it. 25 years plus in the real estate. Don't know me, I'm TSing World Builder. Welcome back to Real Estate Unrigged podcast. I got it right that time. Great. So the why. Back to the why. Educating the children, educating the young home buyers, and then secondly, and most dear to my heart, is that I'm a fierce advocate for seniors because they are the most vulnerable in our real estate atmosphere. And so I feel like at generational well building, we need to protect our seniors' assets because, in effect, we're actually protecting our own. And most times they leave their assets to us. So we're protecting our own at the same time. So we're protecting the assets of those who paved the way for us. So ensuring that they aren't taken advantage of by the scammers and the predatory loans and things of that nature. And we're gonna learn a lot on this podcast. I'm going to teach you a lot how to protect our seniors. So all right, so listen, speaking of seniors, let's call this segment right here, let's call this segment story time. We're going to take a commercial break. I'll be right back, and then I'll tell you my story.
Transforming your home shouldn't be a hassle. Our process maximizes your property's value. We handle everything from design to final sale. Unlock your equity today.
So welcome back, and as promised, I promised you all a story. So here's my story. True story. It's not made up. True story. So and it's relevant. It is relevant to today's topic. So here's where I get a chance to tell you what else I do outside of sales, helping buyers, helping sellers. Well, sort of, kind of, right? So it's a mixture, right? In all things real estate here on this podcast. I keep it 100, all things real estate. It all matters, right? And it all connects. So here's my story. The story is that I met a gentleman who was living in an exclusive senior community, and he decided that he no longer wanted to live in that community because that community HOA fees were $12,000 a year. $12,000 a year. So, yeah. So when you break that down, we don't have to be a rocket scientist. 12 divided into 12,000, that's $1,000 a year added to the monthly note. Now, just imagine if that was the HOA that $165,000 house was in, right? Just go with me here, right? So now instead of having that $1,475 a month mortgage note, now you have a $2,475 a month mortgage note. See what I'm saying? So all these things you have to take into consideration when you're deciding where you want to live, because you could be very much so pricing yourself out, not on principal and interest. You can cover principal and interest, but it's the taxes, the insurance, and the HOA that will price you out. So back to the story. So the gentleman said he wanted to leave. He called it quits. He put his house up for sale. And get this. Get this. He didn't use my services. He did not hire me, his good friend, to list his house. Instead, he did for sale by owner, FSBO. He went the FSBO route, for sale by owner. And what he did was he paid a brokerage firm, not mine, a flat fee to list his house in MLS. Yes, that is a thing called one-time list, I guess. Flat fee brokerages, 1%. I don't know what it is, but they're doing it out there. So he did it. But here's where I come in, and here's where you get to know me as TSing Well Builder and Asset Ready Services. What I did for the gentleman was I went in and I deep cleaned his house, and we Asset Ready Services. That is, went in and deep cleaned the house, and then we uh, went back in and staged the house, decluttered, and then staged the house, took the pictures, and got the home basically ready to show. The home was not on the market 1 month before he received an offer full price. Um, and he went on his way with his net proceeds with enough to invest in 10 acres and then turn around and build a house using his VA benefits, no down payment. And because he's out in the county, there's no city taxes. No city taxes. So here's another cheat code side note from the story. Cheat code, cheat code, cheat code, cheat code for my veterans. For my veterans. If you are a veteran and you are 100% disabled, you don't pay any city taxes. You don't pay property taxes. You don't pay property taxes if you are 100% disabled. Okay, so back to the story. The gentleman took his proceeds, invested in 10 acres, had a builder build his house with no money down. If you're interested in finding out how he did that, please contact me immediately. But yeah, he did that. And then at the end of the day, when the home closed for uh, the home closed and he had $75,000 worth of equity in the house at the day of signing. Now, you ask me, where can you do that and how did he do that? Well, he had a brilliant broker, and also um he had time. He lived on the farm in his RV in his fifth wheel while they built the house, and he did a lot of things to prepare for it. And like I said, if you're interested in learning how you too can build on your own land, um, hey, contact me. TSing Well Builder 210-364-9899. I am not ashamed to share the number. Okay, so that's the story. That's the moral of the story. I call that generational well building, one home at a time. So what are we doing here every week? Oh, let me give you a roadmap. I'll give you a roadmap of Real Estate Unrigged. Every single week, you can expect 30 to 40 minutes of masterclass. We're going to bring you raw real estate news, not fluffy stuff, and not all that pretty glittery stuff you see on HGTV. This is not it. Here I am in my real estate office. This is what I do on a daily basis. Welcome to my world, Real Estate Unrigged podcast. Tell your friends. I'm TSing Well Builder. Okay, so we're going to tell you how the market is doing, up to date market data, that information that actually affect your wallet. We're bringing you the tricks, the hacks, and the cheat codes. Don't forget my handy dandy cheat codes. Together, we will be deep diving on things like deed theft, right? How to set up your county alerts. There is a thing where you can alert yourself if someone is doing some nefarious business with your deed, right? The deed to your property. So I'm going to teach you all about that. We're going to learn more about the mobile home myths, the manufactured home myths. We're going to dispel a whole lot of that because, after all, manufactured homes is going to be the new, uh, um, I guess you're going to say, buzzword in real estate, because that is the new affordable housing. Okay. And they're very, very nice too. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into everything about how you can finance it using chattel loans versus real property loans, all of that right here on Real Estate Unrigged. So we can teach you how to maximize your equity, maximize your assets, minimize your time on the market, minimize your time searching on the market. All of that here is going to be revealed right here on Real Estate Unrigged. So, Real Estate Unrigged is a reality check podcast, I would say. And I make this pledge to you today. I make this pledge that I will always give you the straight and the narrow, just straight up with no compromising, on integrity, and just with complete candor. Unapologetically real estate news, right? And information. So now, before we wrap up our very first episode, I have a special announcement to make. Well, this week show is where you want to be here every 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, so we can talk strategy, we can build together, get to know each other. You can ask your questions in real time. Uh, but from time to time, we might have some special editions whereby I'm going to call it the Real Estate Unrigged Insider Series. So anytime you see that, you know that I'm about to be giving you something really, really good. A heavy hitter is coming through, whether it's a developer, a builder, elite loan officers, fellow top producers such as myself, just amazing group of people that I have lined up and want to interview and bring to you, because they have some amazing information that I think is worthy to be shared with the well builders. Just keeping it honest, we just need to continue to form networks of people who are of like mind, who understand what it is to build generational wealth through real estate. That's what this is all about. So, um, well builders, if you feel the need to reach out to me, please do so. I'm going to put my information here down here so you can go ahead and have an opportunity to capture that right quick. Again, I am TSing Well Builder. You can follow me at TSing Well Builder on Facebook and Instagram. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Every Wednesday, I'm coming to you with another episode of TSing Well Builder, Generational Well Builder, Real Estate Unrigged podcast. So here's my contact information. If you want to text me, you can text WELP to 210-364-9899. And I'll be happy to respond to you in like kind. I know that you're coming from the Real Estate Unrigged podcast. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Just want to let you all know that um, this is just the beginning. So hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share this episode with one person. I'm trying to grow my channel. This is a new podcast, new channel, just trying to grow the channel. If this information has been useful to you and think it may be helpful to someone else, help them to get ready to stop renting and stop throwing their money away, right? Start owning real estate, owning assets, building generational wealth. Pass this video on to them. If you're ready to build your personal strategy right now, you don't have to wait. Do not wait. Pull out your phone and text the word strategy to 210-364-9899. If you're a buyer, I have a special discount on buyer services. So, hey, you might want to take advantage of this because not too many agents out there offering discounts on buyer services. Just know that. So, let's get you on the path to true property stewardship. Until next time, protect the asset, honor the home. Let's go, San Antonio.